Canelo, thank you so much for joining us here at BT Sport. Wonderful to talk to you just over a week away from the big fight. First thing I want to ask is how you doing?
I'm good. I feel great. I'm ready, so I feel good. Thanks.
Good. And I want to congratulate you as well on getting married since your last fight. You're now a married man. Does life feel differently? I mean, I've heard you say before that you weren't necessarily into getting married, but since you are now married, do you feel different? Are you a happier man?
Yeah, I
Do you feel more complete?
I feel way different. So I'm a happy man, more than before.
Fantastic. Well, I'm sure you'll be a lot happier if you get this undisputed super middleweight title. Such a huge opportunity to make history here. And I've got to ask you, what will it mean to become the undisputed super middleweight champion?
Means a lot for me and for my country because, this very few fighters complete this thing. So for me, is in boxing is one of the things is make history. So for me, is make history for my country and for my legacy.
Absolutely. And I wanted to ask you, when an athlete such as yourself has achieved so many things, 4-division world champion, about to potentially become the undisputed champion, what keeps your motivation high and how do your motivations change over the years? Is this motivation stronger than the motivations you had earlier in your career, or has it grown?
I have the same motivation because I love boxing. I love what I do, and that's why I always in the gym. My motivation and my discipline is still there because I love boxing.
Has there ever been a point in your career where you've had to find that motivation, where it's wavered in any way? You've needed some animosity or you've needed a certain opponent to get you fired up for a fight. Have you ever felt there's a point where you've needed that little bit extra that you couldn't necessarily find or had diminished a little bit within you?
Yeah, maybe with this kind of fights, right? When it's a bad blood right there, and maybe that give more motivation or different. I'm gonna call in that way, like different motivation. So, but I really enjoy boxing.
No, that's obviously clear to see. Let's talk about the animosity and the dislike between yourself and Caleb Plant. We saw it at the press conference, that shove from you across the stage, which incredible power, by the way, to do so, and quick reactions. Where did that come from? Where has this dislike between the two of you come from?
No, when we started the day in the morning that day, we make the commercial and we have a little face off for the TV before with nobody there. So he come with a bad attitudes, like ¿cómo se dice soberbio?
Like he came already angry.
He came like angry, like something weird, but it's okay. I don't worry about it. But then in the press conference, he started saying things, and I respond to him. Yeah, you're gonna see that kind of things. And when he say you motherfucker, that's the time when I push him, and he come back with a left hook. That's why my reaction is just, I don't know how I do that, but I just do it.
That was a very quick reaction, of course. So it wasn't until that morning that there was any animosity. Until that point, you had no problem with him personally.
No, I never had problems with my opponents. I always respect my opponents, and at the end of the day, is gonna win the best fighter out there, not the best talker. So.
Yeah, that is true. But do you believe in mental warfare? Do you believe sometimes the fight can be won before the fight? Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, almost you could see Tyson maybe got into his head before the fight. Do you believe that you may have got into his head at this point from that incident at the press conference?
Maybe some of them, but I know it's not my case. Yeah. It's not my case. I have a strong mind, so I'm gonna use that in my favor.
And talking of your strong mind, but also the stylistic matchup between the two of you, a lot of people saying that maybe this is your toughest test yet since Golovkin. Would you agree that's the case when it comes to Caleb Plant?
Everybody say that before my fight, and then say different things. So everybody say, hey, this is maybe the tough test for Canelo, and then oh no, because everybody say the same thing.
In terms of stylistic matchups, obviously as a taller fighter, a longer range, I know you've dealt with that before, you've experienced every type of fighter at this point in your career. Do you think those early rounds are crucial because that's where he could potentially be most dangerous?
No, it's gonna be difficult the first rounds, like I said before, but nothing new for me.
And in terms of your experience, you have a vast amount more experience than he does, not just in the fight, but also the build-up, the fight week, headlining the MGM Grand Arena. Is that a part of it that's in your favor as well, that you've done all of this so many more times?
Sí, la verdad que sí tengo mucha experiencia estando en este tipo de peleas. Es difícil cuando es tu primera vez poder lidiar con todo eso. Pero la verdad es que yo he estado en peleas muy importantes, tengo mucha experiencia.
I want to ask you one more thing as well regarding, experience, but also character. So you talk a lot about character and needing a strong character in boxing. How would you describe your own character and that of Caleb Plant?
Can you repeat the question?
My own
How would you
character?
describe, your own character? Because you talk a lot about how important character is in boxing.
No, mi carácter es diferente en el boxeo. Amo esto y soy una persona muy segura de mí mismo, de lo que sé hacer, y mi carácter es muy diferente a los demás.
The fight itself, you've said that you predict a knockout. A knockout's what you want inside those 12 rounds. What round do you see that happening, and what would be the shot that you think will put him away?
7, 8, 9, around that.
Okay. And what would be the most satisfying shot?
I don't know what shot, but whatever. I don't care what shot. I just need 1 or 2.
All right, we very much look forward to it. And last thing I want to say is, what shorts can we expect you to wear? I've seen you wearing these Swarovski diamond Dolce & Gabbana shorts. And are you going to have some fun shorts?
It's a surprise.
Okay, something gold maybe, fitting of a champion.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Wish you best of luck, and I'll see you out there. I look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you.